guys, and welcome back to another video. This is Africa Football Connect, and we are now covering something interesting. I know we've been talking so much about the Premier League, we've been talking about transfers, the news that we're breaking, and a lot of things, but I'm happy to say that we are one step there. We are almost getting back to the new season, and as things are moving, we are trying by almost to reach there. So we are here to talk about the game tomorrow between Liverpool and Arsenal. So the game is tomorrow, if you didn't know. Hey, hello, say how are you doing? I see that you are there online. How are you doing? I just saw your message right now. So we are talking about the Community Shield, Liverpool versus Arsenal, which will be happening tomorrow around 5:30 on my time, which is African time. So you can always tell me what you think. What are you seeing this game ending up? Good, say. What are you seeing about tomorrow's game? Remember, it's Liverpool versus Arsenal, and Arsenal did beat us the first time the last time we played with them, which was we were at their home ground, right? They did beat us. So what are you expecting to happen on the next game that is coming, which is the Community Shield? Who do you think is going to win? Put it down on your comments and tell me, guys, who are you seeing? I want to hear your reaction. I don't know where this thing is coming from. I want to hear your reaction because it's going to be an interesting thing and an interesting game. There's something that I'm seeing on my screen, guys. I don't know what's happening. Do I have something in my face? No, I don't think so. Let's see something. Let me see it right now. Oh, it looks good this side. So what's happening here? So who's winning? I want to hear you guys. Put it there on the comments. I want to hear you right now. Who's winning between Arsenal and Liverpool tomorrow? Because it's going to be an interesting game. And also, I promise I'll be there back again on the watch along. I'll make sure that I show you everything that will be happening, keeping you updated with whatever that is happening. Please. I love that. That's the spirit. We are winning by 3-1. So I like what you are saying, Mr. Mobin. We'll be happy to win that match, and we'll see what will happen, because I'm 100% sure that we're gonna prove haters wrong. Because I remember the game that we played, the last game we played, Arsenal versus Liverpool. Something was happening, and our team wasn't 100% to their best, and we did lost by 2-1 because of the mistake that was done by Virgil van Dijk and Alisson, if you remember. But this time, I'm pretty sure that the team will be back together. After the game that we played, we have actually the youngsters who can actually come and provide better and give us actually some chance to win. So I'm expecting us to actually win. I don't even think it's going to be 3-1. Say, I'm seeing Liverpool winning by 4-0. Mark my words. I'll be back. I'll be here on the watch alone. You are saying, but with the form of both teams, it will be hard. Yeah, I might say that, but we are actually at a better place than Arsenal. I was listening to Mikel Arteta. He was talking about him and his club. They had 2 trainings, and they're already preparing for the game. So we actually had a full week to prepare for fixing our mistakes, and we actually played the 2 preseason games. So we are actually at a better stage than they are. I heard Jurgen Klopp talking about the game that we played with Red Bull. The guys were tired in terms of their legs and in terms of the training, so they spent this whole week just recuperating, trying to actually come back to the game, and now they're actually okay to compete. So I believe that is going to play a bigger role than Arsenal. Arsenal, they just only training for 2 days. So 2 days against a team that had the whole week together or 2 weeks together. We're actually at a better place than them. That's what I'm saying, that we can actually even win by 4-0. And also remember, all of us at this moment, when we played this game, Arsenal would have bought one player, who's William, and at the same time us, we just bought one player as well. So in terms of new transfers or new thing, we are not expecting. We are just going to face the same Arsenal that we know. In fact, it's going to be less because some few players are leaving. So it's going to be we're going to be at a better place than them. That's what I believe. But before I go anyway, guys, don't forget to click subscribe on the page. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed, and put your comments down below, like what Mr. Moben just did there, telling us that we are winning by 3-1, which I'm saying that I see us winning by 4-0. So it's going to be interesting. I'll be waiting to see what happens, because we'll be shocked. We're going to shock them. And the interesting part about this game that people are not looking at is that after we play this game, we are going to play another game with Arsenal. Just 2 weeks again, we'll be playing with Arsenal in the Premier League. Remember, the first game we are playing it's Leeds. After Leeds, then Arsenal. After Arsenal, then Chelsea. Or maybe it's Arsenal, then it's Chelsea, then Arsenal. I'm not really sure. But so it's going to be really one of the challenging games, because we did see it when Manchester City were playing with Tottenham in the Champions League. They played in the Premier League, then the next week they were playing with Tottenham again in the Champions League, and they were really hurt by Tottenham in the Champions League. So we need to be very careful of how we're going to handle ourselves in terms of the games. And I was listening to Jurgen Klopp as he was talking about the players who are fit, and all our questions were, is Virgil van Dijk fit for the game? And I'm happy to tell you this, that Jurgen Klopp has confirmed that Virgil van Dijk will be very fit for the game we are playing, and he's gonna be there at the defense. Only that he has a scar. He only has a scar that has happened to him. So you remember the game that we were playing against Red Bull where he picked up to that injury, but we are gonna be there. It doesn't mean if we have a better players we will win, because however City lost against Lyon, Manchester United against Sevilla, but Liverpool might win because they have a solid defense. Exactly. Exactly, you're actually saying my words. That's what I believe. We are gonna win because we have a solid defense. At the same time, we actually have some youngsters who are scoring like for fun. Like imagine Jurgen Klopp putting Brewster in the halftime at halftime stage, and he puts him and he comes and scores 2 or 3 goals, because the kid loves to score and you have seen it, and he has an eye for a goal, and sometimes he's always lucky. He finds himself in a position where he can actually score. So that's what I believe, that these things will happen. We are gonna win this game. We're gonna win games. It doesn't matter they've signed William. We've been playing with him at Chelsea. We know the type of player they have, and I don't even think that William is already like linked with the player. They know how they play with in terms of the type of player that Arsenal does have and the type of player that Chelsea has. They are two different players, so it's going to be an advantage to us in that reason. So I'm not really afraid at all that we might lose this game. But also the interesting part, I want to know, who do you think are going to play in the Liverpool game? Which players are you putting in to play for Liverpool? I have a feeling, the way I know Klopp, in terms of me, I'm going to give you my prediction of the team that is going to play tomorrow. The way I know Jurgen Klopp, he's going to put the same team that played first before he changed the second team when we were playing against Red Bull. So he's going to put Alisson at goal, and he's going to put who else? Nico Williams, because I heard the Trent Alexander-Arnold is still, they are yet to decide if he has to play, because we are not really sure if he's actually fit for the game. But they might not really put him. We have to wait and see on that part. But also we have to wait and see what happens to him, because he has been on an injury which has been disturbing for us to think about. So we'll see what happened. We didn't know that he picked up a knock, but that's saying that when they were training for the preseason games, he picked up an injury. That's why he has been out. So that's why I'm saying it's going to be Nico Williams. Then after Nico Williams, they'll put, also, of course, Gomez, Virgil van Dijk, Robertson. Then after Robertson in the middle, they might put Naby Keita, Fabinho, then Ronaldo. Yeah, because I don't think they'll put Muna. Then in the front three, they'll put the same players, but Mane, Salah, and Firmino. That's what I'm seeing them doing. Then maybe at half time, if he sees that the players are not 100% fit, or maybe at 60-minute mark, he might change and put other players. But this is the first team that I see Liverpool starting with. At the same time, in terms of Arsenal, I'm not really sure how they've been doing. I don't keep that tabs on Arsenal, but I might even check it out and try to find out how it's going to be. I was trying to connect with one Arsenal fan so that he let me know what he is thinking, but seems like he's not really available for this thing. But I'm 100% sure that we are winning this game and we are taking this to the next level. I can't wait for the game, and I want to hear on your comments what you think is going to happen. And also trying to remember what Klopp was asked in terms of when he was talking on the press conference. He was asked about the contract talk of Gini Ronaldo, and he was saying that since he was a coach, since he came to Liverpool, he has never talked about any contract talk with the public. So how can he start now? So in other words, he's just leaving us blank. He doesn't want us to know what is happening between Barcelona interested in the player, at the same time what is going to happen to us. Are we losing one of our midfielders? And he was asked also about Thiago. Then he said that a pretty good player, but we don't talk about it. He was also asked about Messi, if Messi can have a chance of coming at Liverpool. Then he said he's a good player, every coach might want to play with him, but there is no way Messi is coming that side. Oh, so you are saying it's Trent, Alexander, Trent, Nico, Virgil, Gomez, Keita, Ronaldo, Fabinho, Salah, and Mane and Firmino. Yeah, that's the team that I actually put it, but I don't think. Yeah, and that's why I like what you did here. Say you did put Trent Alexander-Arnold and Nico Williams because, like I said, Trent. They said that they're not really sure about him being fit for the game, but we'll see what happens. But one thing that he confirmed, he said Harry Wilson is fit. So I have a feeling that maybe he's going to play a part somehow, some way as the game moves on. But in terms of Trent, he said that they have to decide. So Nico Williams, I see him as one of the player who might start this game. Because remember, if you know Klopp is one guy who really wants to make sure that his players are safe. He doesn't just throw players there. He wants to protect them. If he feels like you're not yet 100% fit, he'll make you sit at the bench. So I don't think that he might actually put Trent, unless maybe in the last 10 minutes, just to check if the player is ready for the Premier League. Because remember, we're only left with almost one or 2 weeks for the Premier League to actually begin. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Then also, he didn't talk about Jaden. He didn't talk about Henderson, but I believe Henderson is now fit. Cause I remember they were talking they were saying that it's just a little knock. So I believe he might actually enter later in the game just to come back to the training. Because I remember they did mention, was it 4 or 5 days back, saying that he's now back in the full training with other players. But I don't think he'll take that. He'll force him to the next step of playing the whole game. He's gonna have to limit him to get back to the game, to get back in the game. Then after getting back into the game, we'll see what happens for him. So it's going to be interesting. I'm 100% sure, and I'm seeing Liverpool winning this game. And also, Arsenal already owes us. We need to beat them very badly, because they did beat us when we were actually celebrating. We were still in the celebrating mode. We had won the Premier League, for Christ's sake, after 30 years. And come to think of it, I'm actually 100% that I've been hearing rumors that Lacazette might be leaving Arsenal. Because if you ever have noticed our last games with Arsenal, Lacazette has been the main threat. He has been the main threat for Liverpool. He has actually scored more than any other player in Arsenal. So I have to see what happens with him. I hope he won't be there. I don't know what you think. What do you think about Lacazette? What can he do? What can he do? And what do you think Arsenal will be set out? Because I don't think they're going to put anyone who's going to scare us wrong. But remember, that keeper is still out of an injury. Leno, they're still using the backup, who is really a good goalkeeper as well. Because he saved them some amazing goals when we were playing with them when we were playing them at their home ground. At the same time, talking about at their home ground, I hope that the front three don't do what they did against Luis. Like the way, I don't know what was happening. They were there freaking out. David Luiz is no longer a good defender, guys. We hope that they don't bottle it like what Jurgen Klopp and sometimes they do. That we need to win this game. I hope Mohamed Salah is actually back on form, at the same time Firmino, because if we win this game, it actually helps us a lot to see how we're going to prepare for next season. And we need to take the Community Shield. Remember last season we lost it. We lost it because Manchester City beat us by, was it 1 goal to, oh, it was in penalty. We were beaten in penalty, remember? And that's when Leroy Sané picked up an injury. And I had some people complaining that they were actually happy that we lost the game. Reason why? Because they were saying we were chosen because we were number 2. We didn't win something to be eligible to compete for this thing, because Manchester City were only the one club that had won almost everything in the league. We actually had won the Champions League, and you cannot compete in the Community Shield with the Champions League trophy. So I'm hoping, and I'm pretty sure that this time we are gonna win it, because we well deserve it. And now, because Bayern Munich has won the treble, we are now number 2. the best team in Europe as we speak right now. So I don't know. I want to hear your comments, guys. What do you think are the surprises that are gonna come up from this game? Because what surprise can they offer rather than them putting William in their team? And what is he going to do that we don't really know? Unless if that front three of William, Aubameyang, I don't think they'll put Lacazette. They might put Nicolas Pepe. They've never put Lacazette and Aubameyang in a game, and I know that Arteta will make that same mistake again of not putting them two together. Because I'm telling you, in Arsenal strike force, the person I fear the most is Lacazette. I have no idea what he does to us. So I think they're gonna put Nicolas Pepe, then Aubameyang, then who else? William, I don't know. I'm just guessing, or maybe some of the youngsters, but now's in some of those players. But I don't think it will be really bad. And they're gonna put more people in the midfielder. Like at least they're gonna play 3-4, then three in the front, so that they try to disturb the hard working of the midfielder of our team. And in this moment, we are actually the players who are in trouble, because remember, most of our players are on injury. Talking of Ox Chamberlain, Henderson is still coming back from injury. So the only players we are relying on right now is Ronaldo, Milner, Fabinho, and who else? And Keita. And those are the main players. Then we have to go to the youngsters. We are now talking about Guric. Oh, Guric is still there. I think he deserves to start. And I think that if Klopp can surprise me by putting maybe Ned Phillips than Gomez on the defense, it will actually help us, because I believe that Ned Phil has a lot to offer than Gomez. I did see his game when he entered for Virgil van Dijk. He actually kept Liverpool defender under control. So imagine him playing next to Virgil van Dijk. It will actually be a morale booster for the team. So I hope they do that at the defense. At the same time, I hope Fabinho comes back to his full focus. He wasn't really focused against the game that we were talking about, the game that we was played against Red Bull. He allowed, especially the first goal, he's actually the player who caused the goal to went in, and he was just following behind until the goal went straight to the game. So I hope that Liverpool can actually change from that. We don't want to have those mistakes again coming to disturb our team, because we need to be focused. We need to show that we are the champions of the freaking world, and we win this thing, and we don't waste time talking about crazy stuff. We just come and do our business, then move on, because that's what we are known for. That's what we are good at. We are Liverpool, and we never walk alone. Even if Wembley will be an empty ground, they will feel our presence, because that's what we do. We always bring it, and I'm hoping that Liverpool can actually surprise the world and show them that they are strong, as we wait for our players who are yet to be signed, like Thiago Alcantara, because Liverpool until now they're still trying to hide the fact that we are interested in Thiago. So they need to get you over that and just show us what they're doing, so that we get the player that we want. We don't need to be talking about how it's going to affect the dressing room or what. We need to get the player at the club, so that next season we compete and actually go get the Champions League and the Premier League like we always have been doing, because I know that we can do it again. Because now we have lost the Champions League to Bayern Munich, and we have to attack for the Premier League. So we need to start showing it right now at the FA Cup, at the Community Shield, that we are ready and we actually compete. So I'll make sure that we'll be streaming live, guys. I'll do the watch along again. I'm actually setting right now a reminder, and I will set everything up so that we prepare for the watch along. I want you guys to come and connect, and also do as you can and give me your comments, and we'll see what happens. I want this game to be one of the best games we have, and we'll see what happens from then, because that's what we'll be preparing for. But rather than that, do we have anything we need to talk about before we move on? I feel like I've covered all the things we need to talk about concerning the Community Shield and everything that is going to happen. I don't think it's going to be a bad game for us. We're actually going to win this game, and it's going to be easy as it should be. Like Mr. Mobin, he just told me that he thinks that Liverpool are going to win by 3-1. I don't want, talking about 3-1, Mr. Mobin, I don't really want Alisson to be scored a goal this season. I don't know, I'm just being too selfish. He's one of the best goalkeepers in the world right now. So A clean sheet will actually work well for him. I don't know what you think. Tell me what you think. We need the mid defense to be stable and actually do the work, and we need the midfielder to start actually functioning, because if they don't function, it's going to cost us, and if we are scored, it's going to affect Alisson, it's going to affect the confidence of the goalkeeper. We need to protect him because he has never disappointed us when we really do need him. We need to make sure that he is able to compete for the Golden Glove, because guess who won the Golden Boot the last season? It was the number 2 goalkeeper of Brazil, the Manchester City keeper, and who went and showed that he's the worst goalkeeper when he went to the Champions League. You remember what he did in the Champions League, how he costed his team. So I don't believe that the same player should be winning the Golden Gloves. That deserves to be at Alisson, with Alisson where it belongs, at Anfield, home where it belongs. So guys, don't forget to click subscribe to the page. Don't forget to like the video and share it on your social media to tell those people who think that Liverpool are going to lose this game or whatever they're thinking. We're not losing this game. I don't remember that since 2018 Liverpool has ever done anything wrong in terms of competing in games. We have been doing so good and great, and we've been surprising a lot of clubs. And I think we're going to continue that in 2020-2021, especially if we bring Thiago Alcantara at Liverpool. That is going to be a chance. That is going to change a lot of things in the atmosphere of a lot of people and a lot of clubs in the Premier League. They actually fear us. So I believe all these things will be solved and it will be fixed. And I think we are coming back with a bang, and we are winning this. And we are going to win it no matter what. So do we have anything we need to cover right now? Do we need to talk about anything? Let me try to check if there's any information. Do we need to talk about the transfers or whatever that is happening right now? I don't really think so. Manchester City might sign Messi and Koulibaly. Yeah. In terms of Messi, the only 2 clubs who might actually sign him, it's Manchester City and PSG. I heard that Messi had a conversation which was almost about a 30 minutes conversation with Pep Guardiola, talking about the signing of Koulibaly. Let me tell you, yes, it might be dangerous that if they sign Messi and Koulibaly, it might be dangerous. But let me tell you something that people don't know. Messi can never hurt Liverpool. If we sign Thiago, that cannot hurt us like how a lot of people are fearing right now. At the same time, Koulibaly, I was looking at his stats. You can actually check it if you know football literacy. He actually made a lot of mistakes than Harry Maguire. Can you believe it? Than Harry Maguire. So how can we be surprised that he actually do anything for Manchester City? Manchester City's problem is going to remain to be there, which is their defense, and that is going to be something that we're going to benefit from, because their keeper makes a lot of mistakes, and Messi is just one player. We have seen that if you give him too much focus, he becomes the best player, but if you look away and you focus on your own things and you just do your football, he actually becomes just like any regular player. So I don't think we should be afraid of Messi. This is just Pep Guardiola means of destroying Manchester City. Because did you hear what Manchester City was saying? They were saying that they're gonna sell Bernardo Silva. They're gonna give Barcelona Bernardo Silva. They're gonna give them Gabriel Jesus and Eric Garcia, and 100 million euro so that they can sign Lionel Messi. So imagine how many talent they are letting go just to sign one single player. So that is going to cost Manchester City, because I don't think Messi will be fit to play the whole season. That can never happen. Especially with the pressure of Premier League, and at the same time he's used to be playing in La Liga, so he's not yet very used in how the Premier League is played. So I don't think I'm afraid of that. You say Pep Guardiola used to manage Messi as well. Yes, he used to do that. He did that, and he won some of his best trophies with him. He won the Champions League with Messi, for Christ's sake. And remember the difference that people forget sometimes. Premier League and La Liga are 2 different leagues. Premier League is set a higher rate than La Liga. Sometimes Messi was doing so well. You did see it when he came to Anfield. when he was playing with Liverpool in the Champions League. How the La Liga giants were quiet the whole game because of how we were good as Liverpool. At the same time, it's always going to be very hard for a Guardiola team, for a Manchester City, for Lionel Messi to play in Anfield no matter what. No matter what, we might be in trouble maybe their home ground, but at Anfield, that will never happen. And you know how the atmosphere of Anfield is like. Even if they are not players, ask Chelsea, they can tell you. They try to win the game, but the atmosphere of Anfield is just a different thing. So I'm not really afraid. I tell you, Mr. Namobin, I'm not really afraid at all that Messi will be at Manchester City and that they are signing Koulibaly. At the same time, in terms of the Koulibaly deal, it seems like if they sign Messi with the money that they're saying they're going to put, it's going to be very hard for them to sign Koulibaly, because if they do, they're going to skip the financial fair play, and if they skip the financial fair play, it means what will happen? They'll be suspended to sign any player for the next maybe 1 year or something. So I don't think if they are going to sign Messi, they will sign Koulibaly. But if they do, we don't really care. One thing we just have to force ourselves as Liverpool fans, as the supporters of Liverpool, is to put too much pressure so that Jurgen Klopp sign at least Thiago Alcantara, who has to come to Liverpool. At the same time, who else? We need a forward like Saha, the Watford forward, the one who destroyed us. If he comes to Liverpool, that will be a good addition, because sometimes Mohamed Salah lose focus and sometimes the front leg can be quiet. But if we have players like Saha, Brewster, they can come and change the game. I don't know what you think from this. I feel like we can, if we get Thiago, we are at a better place than Manchester City. But if we don't, that is going to hurt us, and in the situation that we might be losing Gini Wijnaldum to Barcelona, because it's not yet settled. And did you hear about the Sergio Mane going to Barcelona? You can check it out, it's there on the page. I did do a video about it. We were talking about the Mane going to Barcelona, and I was complaining why is that Liverpool hasn't signed a new deal just to secure the player. I know that his contract is expiring in 2023, but at least just do something to secure the player. That will be very good for us. That will be very, very, very good for us. So we have to wait and see, guys, and we'll see what will happen. But in terms of the Community Shield, that will actually be something that we need to keep a closer look and look at how Klopp is going to structure his team. Because the team is going to set, it will be the team that is going to be playing more regularly than the other teams as we continue with the Premier League next season. But also, what do you think the game against Leeds is going to go by? I'm just curious, how are you seeing that the game against Leeds is going to go by? Don't forget to click subscribe, guys, and don't forget to like this page, to like this video. Click subscribe on the page and like this video. It helps us a lot at Africa Football Connect. But I'm 100% sure that Liverpool are winning by 4-0. Mark my words, they're winning by 4-0 against Arsenal tomorrow. And I'll be here at the watch along talking about exactly what will be happening. And I hope that the defense doesn't disappoint me, because they have been doing that a lot. Fabinho included. I hope that they don't disappoint me. That will be very helpful to me, and a lot of people will be watching. But like I tell you, I'll be watching it here, and I'll make sure that everyone will be tuning in who are not able to watch the game. I'll give them every update that will be happening in the game, like I've always done. But in that, I think I should call this quit. Thank you very much for tuning in, for watching. Before I go, do you have anything that you want to say before I disappear? Do I need to wait maybe at least for a minute to see if there's any comment that is coming? But please, you can always rewatch this thing, subscribe, share this in your social pages so that people knows what is going to happen by Liverpool. I'm 100% sure they are winning. They are really winning this game, and they're going to shock a lot of teams for what is going to happen next season, especially if we get Thiago Alcantara. That is going to transform a lot of things. I'm telling you, Thiago to Liverpool, it will be the best thing that we have. But thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Mr. Moben. I was waiting for your comment, but now I'm going off, guys. See you in the game tomorrow between Liverpool and Arsenal, where Liverpool are winning by 4-0, according to me. And Mr. Moben is saying by 3-1, but I'm telling you, it's going to be 4-0. We are winning. So this is Africa Football Connect, and Sam is signing out.